American Indians District Assessment, Quarter 1 for 4th grade. Multiple choice. Number 1. Which American Indian groups were nomads who roamed inland in family bands in summer and gathered into coastal villages led by chiefs in the winter? A. The Caddo. B. The Karankawa. C. The Tonkawa. D. The Wichita. Question 2. How did Pueblo Jumano people get most of the food they needed and wanted? F. By farming. G. By gathering. H. By hunting. Or J. By trading. Question 3. Based on the illustration, how did the first Americans adapt to their environment? A. By using spears for hunting small animals. B. By using spears for gathering plants and small animals. C. By wearing warm clothing and hunting large animals. Or D. Wearing warm clothing and gathering plants. Question 4. What did the Caddo and Wichita have in common? F. They both hunted year-round as nomads. G. They both came to live in Texas in the 1700s. H. They both farmed and hunted. J. They both lived in houses shaped like cones. 5. What did the Comanche and Pueblo Jumano governments have in common? A. Chiefs. B. Self-governing villages. C. Self-governing bands. Or D. Council members. Question 6. These moccasins were made by a skilled Kiowa craftsperson using leather and glass beads. They can be considered primary source material. From looking at the moccasins, which of the following conclusions can you draw about the economic activities of the Kiowa? F. They were skilled farmers. G. They were skilled hunters. H. They were skilled hunters and gatherers. Or J. They were skilled hunters and traders. Question 7. How did the ancient people of Texas get resources that could be found or made where they lived? A. Gathering. B. Hunting. C. Farming. Or D. Trading. Question 8. In which way were the Karankawa and the Akakapa alike? F. Both live in the coastal areas. G. Both groups were nomadic hunter-gatherers. H. Both groups died out after the arrival of Europeans. Or J. All of the above. Question 8. How did the Caddo and Karankawa rule themselves? A. The Caddo and the Karankawa had elder councils. B. The Caddo had a council of elders and the Karankawa had a chief. C. The Caddo had family bands led by a chief and the Karankawa had a council of elders. D. The Caddo and Karankawa were independent without a governing council. Question 10. Why did the nomadic Jumano tribes set up camps on the plains? F. To hunt buffalo. G. To mark their bodies with tattoos. H. To farm beans, squash, and corn. J. To trade feathers, turquoise, and shells. Question 11. According to the chart, what did the people of the Southeast and California have in common? Chart title: American Indian Culture, Areas of North America. Chart headings: Cultural Area, middle column, Location, right column, Lifestyles. We're looking at the Southeast and California. So the Southeast, I'm going to read their location, North Carolina to eastern Texas. Their lifestyle, mainly farmed, corn, beans, and squash, hunted fish, ate shellfish, forced to work by Spaniards in 1500s. I'm going to read California. Please find that on the chart. Location, California to Mexico. Lifestyle. They hunted fish, collected wild plants, colonized by Spaniards in the 1700s. What do they have in common? A, they farmed and hunted. B, they farmed and fished. C, they hunted and fished. Or D, they farmed and traded. Question 12. Which of the following pair of American Indian groups in Texas were enemies? F, the Lipan Apache and the Kiowa. G, the Lipan Apache and the Comanche. H, the Pueblo Indians and the Kiowa. Or J, the Tonkawa and the Caddo. Question 13. In which region did the Comanche live? A, the Central Plains. B, the Gulf Coast region. C, the mountains and basins. Or D, the coastal plains. Question 14. Which American Indian group lived along the coast of Texas and also inland with good hunting grounds? F, the Karankawa. G, the Caddo. H, the Comanche. Or J, the Pueblo. Question 15. According to the chart, what do the Caddo and the Karankawa have in common? The title of the chart reads, Two Coastal Plains American Indian Groups. The two headings are the Caddo and the Karankawa. Look along the left. The categories for this chart are region, house, rural, food. The Caddo region was the woods and rivers. The Karankawa region was the inland areas and the Gulf Shore. The Caddo house was permanent, cone-shaped, made of wood and grass. The Karankawa house, movable, made grass and animal skin. Caddo rule. They had a council of elders. Karankawa, family bands led by a chief. Food, squash, beans, buffalo meat, nuts. Karankawa food, fish, deer, small animals, birds, wild plants. What did they have in common? A, they both lived near rivers. B, they used buffaloes. C, they both used grass when making their homes. Or D, they both farmed squash and beans and hunted buffalo. Question 16. According to the map, how did the first people reach North America? Now, it might be good to actually look at the map on your actual test to get a better view. How did the first people reach North America? F, by crossing the Pacific Ocean. G, by crossing the Atlantic Ocean. H, by crossing a land bridge that linked Asia and the Americas. J, by crossing a land bridge that linked North and South America. Please look at the legend. The darker area is dry land during the Ice Age. The lighter area is the ice cap. And then the bottom symbol is the route of the first people. Again, look at your map on your actual test for a better view. Question 17. This is a fill in the blank. Please use complete sentences. How did the physical features of the land affect the Native Americans of Texas and their way of life?